Hi everyone, this is Thakas. I've got another game for you today. This is Canvas, a small game I backed on Kickstarter, which arrived a few weeks ago, and I'd like to show it to you. Maybe you've already seen a few videos, but well, it's always good to have more than one impression, right? So this is the game box the game came in, and I'll just give you a quick overview over how the game plays and what I think about it. So you put that aside for now. So this is the main play mat you will be focusing on during your game. In the very beginning, each of the 1 to 6 players chooses 3 backgrounds for their pictures. I'm just going to choose these 3 pictures and take 5 inspiration tokens. This is pretty much how each player is going to be set up. And then 4 composition cards are chosen either at random, or you can also, whoops, you can also take a look at the manual, because on the back of the manual you see 9 scenarios. Is it your first time playing? Do you want to have a balanced game? Do you want to have a chill, simplified mode? Or maybe all elements, or spatial game, a family game? You can choose pretty much any of these 9 scenarios, and then you will take these 3 to 4 scoring cards. So, but we will just take some by random. Let me just take a few out like this, and those will be put at the top here. And the game is already set up. Of course, we will shuffle these really neat see-through art cards and put them back in here because they are see-through, so we will always see what the next one is. And then those art cards are then dealt out here. And that's the entire setup. Very easy and quick to set up. So how does the game play? One player starts, maybe the player who was last in an art museum. And that player has a choice. Either the player can take one of these 5 art cards, or the player can actually complete a painting with 3 art cards. In the beginning, of course, we don't have any art cards yet, so we will take some. We can always take the leftmost for free, but we can pay with our inspiration tokens to skip ahead. So let's say I wanted these whales over here. Then I would put 2 inspiration tokens on the first 2 spots and would take that one. So I would have the first of my art cards. And then everything would slide to the left. A new art card would be revealed, and the next play and it's the next player's turn. The next player can then also take a card with an inspiration token on it, and the inspiration token will then go into the inspiration pool of that player. And that's how the entire game plays. What is the goal? The goal is to satisfy these four goals on top. So let's take hierarchy for example. Hierarchy would mean on a painting where you have more suns than the other 3 symbols, or equal amount of suns, you would score. You would score that card. If you have a card with a sun next to a square, or the other way around, you would score that card. If you had a painting with the colored circle and a non-adjacent triangle, meaning a triangle that's not right next to that circle, you would score that card. And the last one in this example would be 2 triangles on an art card. What happens in the end? In the end, you will have a painting. Let me just improvise one quickly. Let's say I would have this painting. I would complete it and put it in, let's say, this one here. There we go. So this would be my painting. And now I would look at the bottom to be able to score. And I made a very bad painting here. So I would see, do I have more suns than other symbols? I don't, because there are two colored circles. But just let's say I would actually satisfy that goal, then I would take a red ribbon here. And I would put that ribbon right by the painting. And I would score all of these cards for each of the paintings. And in the very end, I will have an assortment of ribbons for each of the painting I scored. Let's say I scored like that, for example. And then that would be done for each player. And then you would look at the victory points here. So you see for the red ribbons, for one red ribbon, you get 4 points. For 2 reds, you will get 9, and so on. And you repeat that for each ribbon. So for example, the red one, I have 2 ribbons, I get 9 points. The green one, I have 2 also, I get 5 points. The blue one, I have 3 ribbons, that would be 7 victory points. And the purple, I have 2 again, that would be 7 points. That is all added together, and the player with the highest score wins in the end. One more little rule we have is these dark gray ribbons. You get those by satisfying little goals on the card itself. So for example here, for that you would receive one dark gray ribbon for each triangle on this art card. So for this art card I would receive one gray ribbon. Also I would receive one for a colored circle. So for this card alone, I would receive 2 dark gray ribbons, and each of the ribbons is 2 points worth in the end. And that's how the game plays. The game is played in about 15 to 20 minutes. If you play solo, if you play in a group, it's like 30 to 45 minutes. That's pretty much it. It's a very quick game, quick to learn, quick to set up, and also quick to play. So, what do I think about the game? I think this game is, first of all, beautiful. I like the components a lot. I didn't back the premium version. The premium version is even a little bit nicer. It has nicer tokens and everything, but I don't think that's necessary. If you're interested in the game, the regular version is more than enough. It's just great quality. There's nothing you can say against the components. So first of all, we have this cloth map here. It's a thin cloth map, but that's good because otherwise the box would be even larger. The box has the perfect size. It's a very serviceable and nice cloth map with a very nice design. As you can see, all these paint stains here and everything, great. These cards are great, good quality. Also, at the back of these cards, you see a clarification and explanation of how this is scored. If you don't understand it, just turn it around, look at that, great. You don't have to always take out the rule book to actually look at how this scorecard works. Just turn it around, take a look at it, explain it to everyone, and that's great. Wonderful. The tokens are very thick cardboard. That was actually unlocked as a stretch goal, otherwise they would have been thinner, but that's great. The cards, there's one minor gripe maybe. So these cards, you can't probably see it here, but they aren't always completely flat. And also they will be scratched up over time. Sorry. Otherwise the components are great. Very, very nice. One little gimmick the creators did was this is the box of canvas. And you see there is no labeling. At the top there's labeling, but you can't see that. You pull out the game like this, and everything can be put in here, so it fits perfectly. And at the back, you have a little slot for like a nail or anything. So because it's an art game and the cover art is beautiful, you can actually just hang it on your wall as if it was a painting. So that's wonderful. So this how would I rate the game? This is one of the best games I definitely played. It's a very light game. So if you expect anything heavy, anything with grand strategy, that's the wrong game for you. But it's a game that is very easy to teach. You can teach it in 5 to 10 minutes. You play it in 30 to 45 maximum. It's set up and and put it back in the box within 5 minutes each. So within 1 hour, you get a very, very solid game with easy rules, but still quite a lot of depth and strategy because you can't collect as many of these cards as you want. You can have a maximum of 5, and when you have those 5, you need to make a painting. Didn't find any good combinations? Well, that's too bad. Then you will have to make the best of it. And also in the end, you always have beautiful paintings. So if you can get this game at any place after the Kickstarter, I would highly encourage you to do so if that kind of game is your thing. This game, I actually like it that much. It directly jumped on rank 9 in my all-time favorite list of board games. That might change at some point, but that's where it stands at the moment. I will most likely upload a gameplay video or two within the next few days. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. And yeah, just get in touch with me in the comments or on Twitter. I'm always happy to connect with you. All right, then until the next video, take care.